Oh, so we have some of the best newspapers in the country in the studios, and we'll start with the Weekend Finder.
All right, girl 12 steals 10,000 Ghana cedis, spends lavishly on friends at school. This is a bad girl right there. Let me read a bit of the story for you on page 2 in the Finder newspaper.
Sure she's a bad girl, just being
adventurous. I don't know, I mean, if you steal money and spend on, let's see what she spent on. Shall we?
I have a confession.
Okay, yeah,
You know, when I was in school, Services Primary, there was one time I was going through textbooks in school. Then I saw, I'm sure that textbook was used by my teacher to keep school fees. You know, sometimes if you come to pay the fees, and like your parents sent you and things like, and then I saw a note. I remember, was it 2 cedi or a cedi or something of the sort? No, yeah.
And you stole it.
No,
you didn't give it back to the
I didn't
teacher.
know that at the time. I didn't know it was for it. So I went to buy Pookie. You know, that time we had Pookie back in the 80s. Pookie, and Daddy, Charlie, all my friends, so I spread them all. Pookie green, Pookie red. And I was like, I was in class 1 or 2 or 2. I think I was in class 2. If I remember that day, sometimes
I think you should pay back the money. But now that is confession time. I think
now the money is worth 0.1 pesos.
What's that? What's 0.1 pesos?
Less than a peso.
So you can buy anything useful with it.
It's inflation has caught up with it.
Somebody gave me a book to read. I think about £50. I didn't give it back. But let me read the story.
Yeah.
Page 2. Finder.
It's corrupt.
So story says that it is very common to hear of kids engaging in petty thievery, such as picking meats from a pot of soup or picking up that coin from their parents for toffees without permission while growing up. But when a 12-year-old steals a whopping 10,000 from her mistress, one wonders if it is just one of those. You can do what?
You can buy a plot of land.
Okay.
Somewhere.
All right. So her name is Kukua. She's now in trouble with her mistress, with whom she has been staying since April last year for stealing the 10,000 and spending it lavishly. Oh, I want to get to the point where. Okay, so the money was meant for paying for a land bought by her mistress for her son who lives abroad.
Yeah.
And then the mistress, who is Mrs. Georgina Jani, in her narration to the Finder, she said she saw no need sending the money back to the bank because going to the bank has always been a daunting task for her. All right, so story going on. Kuku, according to Mrs. Jani, takes an amount of 3 cedis daily to school as her feeding money because of the proximity. She decided to put Kukua to a test to see if she will fall for it. Oh, so it's not like she on her own, oh. Okay, you want to read the story. It goes on and on and on. I'll read it. I'll read it and share the details with you. So, first of all, it's been established. It was a test. The mistress wanted to test the young girl. We'll continue from there. Also on the front page of the paper, NADMO is broke. Warehouses empty. On the front page of the Weekend Finder. That will be it for the headlines there.
A New Statesman has a story. Akufo-Addo urges calm in MPP. You have a picture there of the flag bearer of the MPP, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. We have up the varsities threaten to cut down students' intake due to freeze on employment. Kwesi Enim, don't politicize Adams Mahama's death, and that story on page 3 of the paper. Is also here, and we also have coming soon. Kanewu Gabi is back with pulling no punches. Has been here for the last few days, and Obiamwa questions quality of leadership at EC, and this one was quelled from the AM show when he appeared to help us with discussions on AM Talk and talking about his concerns about the leadership of the Electoral Commission of Ghana. We also have on the back page, I'm better than you think, according to Kinson. And this one, when he was at Wigan, there's a Wigan, so to speak, that's the jersey. And Angry Heart funds to abandon Esperance March. And we have Juventus win Coppa Italia in extra time. They are on for the treble, just like their rivals. They'll be playing the finals of the UEFA Champions League, Barcelona.
It's only because Hearts know that 4-0?
4-0.
They don't have a
Four
chance.
quarter,
So, it's not like it's like your will, like you're abandoning the game. It's more like you don't have a choice. But let me do the General Telegraph newspaper, front page of the General Telegraph. Anger, violence, greet NPP chairman's murder as Akufo-Addo cut short his Europe tour. 6 highway robbers arrested, 15-year-old boy included. A 15-year-old boy as an armed robber and a highway robber at that. Okay, back page of the General Telegraph. Angry Hearts fans to abandon Esperance game. That story also here. Back page of the paper. Ghana names under-20 squad for World Cup. That will be it for the General Telegraph newspaper.
Today newspaper, NPP chair dies after acid attack as security concern. Security is high, and chief of Pechi distilled. And you know Pechi, I don't know which of the Pechi. We have Pechi number 1, Pechi number 2. It's on the road to Cape Coast. We also have Indum speaks on wealth creation. And those are the stories we have on the front page.
I've got the Weekend Finder newspaper. You know how people go through all the troubles to give birth or to have a child, and somebody gets it and they decide to dump them in the toilet. You see a beautiful baby there, fortunately rescued, but you can read the full story on page 4 of the paper. You are worse than males, Sami Ewuku tells our President John Mahama. That is the banner headline on the front page of the paper. Also, Access Bank and 17 million Ghana cedis fraud. You can read the details of it. Back page of the Weekend Sun. Ex-leper who almost died, Sisi Mahama. This is nice. So at 58, John Ampao, a cured leper and artist, is at the best moment of his life. In a matter of 3 years, his artwork has become part of President John Dramani Mahama's art collection. That is nice, and he's going to see the president. He's got a smile on his face. Also, PSG could pay Ibrahimovic to leave. Okay, so that's it for the Weekend Finder. We're going to go online quickly to check out what's at myjoyonline.com, for instance. All right, so here we go. Let's see. Acid attack, Afoko Japan must step aside. MPP founding member is calling. PPP condemns terror attack on MPP chairman. We heard in the AM news that of the NDC. We know that all the political parties are bringing their voice on this one. Here's another one related. Some NPP leaders must resign. That's what the deputy minority leader in parliament, Dominic Nitiwo, is also calling for. President Kufuor Allen expressed shock at Adams Mahama's death. Let's go through some of the other headlines here. Nigerian army relocate 260 Boko Haram survivors. And then you can continue to read on a lot more stories at myjoyonline.com. Let me quickly move to cityfmonline.com. Let's see what they are reporting. Afoko and Japan must resign. NPP founding member. That same story also here. NPP to bury Adam Mahama on Saturday. Leadership must quell tensions in NPP. That's what Atachia is saying. NPP needs cleansing. That's the other twists from Dominic Nitiwo's call. Do not further parochial political interests. Okay, so I'm not quite getting the understanding of this, but you can read together details of it. Let me move to BBC, and this is the Africa page. Nigeria moves Boko Haram survivors. That story also here. President plays football amid protests. That is the Burundian president. Amazing. With all the pressure and tension, we're told that Burundi's president, Pierre Nkurunziza, is pictured playing football despite recent protests over his bid to run for a third term in office. This is more like Ethiopia, like Yimpo. World's oldest stools found in Kenya. You can see it. You can see a picture of it. Stones stools that are 3.3 million years old have been unearthed in Kenya, predating the earliest known humans in Homo genus. So you can continue to read on that. There are other stories here. If you find it interesting, you can log on and check it out. And really that will be, no, let me go to just do the graphic online. Let's see what stories will pop up. I think NPP is trending today. NPP orders party flags to fly half-mast as it mourns slain chairman. And Rawlins says proper governance, integrity and accountability can prevent coups. Also the partial closure of the police hospital also here. All right, that will be it for the review, the online and the newspapers that we've got here on the AM show. If you want to communicate with us, tell us something. I don't know. I am interested in knowing what you're doing this Friday. You know, do something fun. Do you do anything fun? Or you're like boring?
Depends.
What's the fun bit of your life?
I like to travel out
Okay.
of town. Yeah.
How often do you do that? You seem busy.
3 weeks. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's basically work though, so it helps.
Just change of environment.
Yes.
Okay.
It's related to work, but it helps as well. You get time to also go look at other people, communities. You see things. You eat different type of food. You have different type of tastes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
When
right.
you come back and say, well, the food in Accra is always good.
Okay, so I've got a little
But the
tip
best food is
for
always in
you.
Kumasi.
The best food is in Kumasi?
Yes.
Anybody wants to challenge that? You can go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/join us on TV. But my little tip for this Friday, you know, things are hard. So when you want to go out, particularly on a Friday, you might want to look at those areas where they have happy hours, where the things you buy are like half price.
Yeah.
And
Like
sometimes you can
it's
eat on and on and on and
easily
on.
gone. Yeah.
Oh, and they are everywhere. So do your checks. Don't just go out and go and sit somewhere. Check for the happy hours. You can have a lot of fun with that.
All right.
Kwame Jumajiman is standing by with sports. He's thinking about what he will be doing after work, like he has some life after work.
He doesn't really. All he does is sports, read, stuff, watch movies, sports.
All right, stay with
I'll
us
ask
for
him,
the
when was the last
details
time
in
you watched?
sport.
When was the last time you watched a TV? Now you're watching now. You're dismissed.
All right.
Come. What do you have?
Well, a few more things in the world of sports, but honestly, I don't do much. I eat, I sleep, and then when there's the opportunity, I spend time with my family and a beautiful woman.
You know what he actually wanted to say is that I spend time with my girlfriend, and it's not coming like seriously.
What's on Huawei? Are you married?
No.
So which family are you doing? You know
my
cohabitation is
sister,
illegal.
my brother, my mother.
Okay. What have you eaten this morning?
Nothing.
Okay, but what's so crucial for sports this weekend?
Well, in the Premiership, which you're a big fan of,
Yes.
someone is going to be relegated, sadly. And then there's a big opportunity that another Ghanaian player could be playing in the Premiership after Monday. You know, Adoma, who used to play for the Black Stars
Albert
a lot.
Adoma.
Albert Adoma.
Middlesbrough.
Are in the playoff final on Monday. If they win, they get to play in the Premiership from.
I get to read. He's
next
scoring a lot
season.
of goals these days. So
Well, he's playing in the Championship and he's doing his best
Yeah.
to support them.
that's Ofun League.
I won't say really much about that. The sports coming up shortly.